everybody. Listen up for a second. If for some reason we're going to evacuate this room, I want you to take and file out, single file, through here. Go down the back stairwell all the way to the very bottom, because that'll take and put us in the lower level, and we'll actually be below ground level. All right? Thank you.
Jay, and tell him to mute himself.
Yeah, I ate the zucchini and most of the tomatoes.
Has there ever been one? The closest one I remember hit,
You guys hear me?
their own page.
Carol House?
Carol House, yeah. I think that was about the.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear him, but we
Yeah.
can't see him.
But it didn't do a lot, but it did do
We can hear you, but we can't see you. All right. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the City of Overland City Council meeting for August 10th, 2020. Can I have the roll call, please?
Councilman Little.
We have a noise.
Yeah, what is it?
Is that me? No, I believe it's Councilman Fetch through WebEx.
Okay, we muted that noise. All right, go ahead, please. Sorry.
Councilman Little.
Present.
Councilman Robleski.
Present.
Councilman Fetch, I believe we've lost him now. Councilwoman Rodolphe.
Present.
Mayor Schneider.
Here.
Councilman Owensby.
Present.
Councilwoman Jones.
Here.
Councilman Thomas.
Here.
And Councilman Pelicarn.
All right, just as a reminder about social distancing, as you know, they've rolled a lot of these guidelines back again, so we want to make sure we do that. And also at the end of the meeting, it seems like after the last meeting, we had this mass grouping that everybody wanted to get together. So let's make sure we, respect everybody's distance at the end of the meeting. If you'd all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'd all remain standing for a few moments so we can reflect on the men and women in uniform and all of our first responders. Please be seated. All right, we're going to go down to the public hearing for the rezoning of 2505 Verona Avenue from C2 General Commercial to R3 Single Family.
Please take notice the City Council of the City of Overland, Missouri will conduct a public hearing on August 10th, 2020 at 6 p.m. in the council chambers of Overland City Hall for the purpose of reviewing and receiving comments with respect to the following matter. Zoning amendment at 2505 Verona Avenue from General Commercial C2 to Single Family Residential R3. Any interested parties may attend and be heard at this meeting.
Anybody have any questions about that? We'll take up the matter further on the agenda. With that, public hearing is closed. Approval of the minutes for the July 20 meeting, the work session.
Motion approved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, we'll do a roll call vote on everything, especially with people that are not here. So, Melissa, go ahead.
As long as we can't see Councilman Fetch, he cannot participate in the roll call vote.
All right, go ahead.
Councilman Little?
Yes.
Councilman, Robleski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rodolphe?
Yes.
Councilman Owensby?
Yes.
Woman Jones?
Yes.
Councilman Thomas?
Yes.
And Councilman Pelicarn?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. I'm looking for a motion for the regular council meeting of July 20th. Can I have a motion for that?
Motion approved.
Okay, I have a second?
Second.
All right, can we have the roll call vote, please?
Councilman Little?
Yes.
Councilman Robleski? Councilwoman Rodolphe?
Yes.
Councilman Owensby?
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones?
Yes.
Councilman Thomas?
Yes.
And Councilman Pelicarn?
Yes.
Okay. Approval of the bills. Do I have a motion to approve the bills?
Motion to approve the bills.
Do I have a second?
You have us muted.
Do I what?
You have us muted. Because Councilman Fetch cannot hear us.
I'm not sure what you're talking about as far as being muted. You got me on speaker.
Yeah, he's on,
do I
should be
take-
fine.
He's, when I was indicating,
Can you hear me now?
I don't think so. That's fine.
I lost my connection.
Okay.
All right, so let's move on down to the report of the city clerk. Wait a minute, we still have to, we have a motion and a second for the bills. Can we have a roll call vote, please?
Councilman Little?
Yes.
Councilman Robleski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rodolphe?
Yes.
Councilman Owensby?
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones?
Yes.
Councilman Thomas?
Yes.
And Councilman Pelicarn.
Yes.
Okay? Report of the city clerk.
The following items were recommended for approval at the July 28th, 2020 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. 9074 Overland Plaza, conditional use permit and site plan review, retail pharmacy, CVS Pharmacy. Days and hours of operation, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Total number of employees, approximately 4. Outside storage is prohibited and no company vehicles. And then at 10,221 Page, conditional use permit and site plan review extension for a restaurant, Waffle House. The recommendation is to extend the conditional use permit and site plan review through approval through July 28th, 2021. If the city council takes no actions tonight, this report will stand approved.
Okay? Thank
And
you
then
very much.
for records management,
I have a question.
yes, ma'am.
What is the holdup on Waffle House? I'm just
The
curious.
virus.
Well, I meant, but it was held up before that.
Well,
mean- I'm just wondering. I mean, I'm just asking.
yeah. Well, they, go ahead, Jason.
Waffle House has indicated to us that they will not be starting any new construction this year due to the virus.
Okay.
Their hope is to commence construction in 2021. But they have indicated due to the virus that they're reallocating their resources to their existing restaurants.
I don't like it, you know,
No, I was
and
just
I'm not
wondering.
really sure they don't like it either. But, you know, if we got nothing better to say, but we'll try to work with you. Otherwise, they'd probably maybe welcome the fact that we said, well, if you can't do it tomorrow, forget it. I don't want to be that way.
It looked like they had
That's not a
started there
fair
for a
way to
minute,
do
that's why I
business
asked.
on, you know, they got 400 stores they shut down already. So let's hope for the best. But with doing that, I want you to know we did take a P and Z. We did talk about the tidiness of the location. So we're going to stay on top of that. Okay?
Thank you.
Then I have for records management and destruction, the city council is requested to include in these minutes the list of records to be destroyed. It's time cards and timesheets for calendar year 2000 to 2009.
Motion to approve the destruction of the records.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Can I have the roll call vote on the records?
Councilman Little?
Yes.
Councilman Robleski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rodolphe?
Yes.
Councilman Owensby?
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones?
Yes.
Councilman Thomas?
Yes.
And Councilman Pelicarn.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Bob, we got few things for you this evening.
A lot to read tonight. First is Resolution 2020-34, a resolution authorizing purchase of winter salt through the St. Louis Metro Branch APWA Salt Cooperative.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion. Do I have a second for the salt?
Second.
All right, can the roll call vote, please?
Councilman Little?
Yes.
Councilman Robleski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rodolphe?
Yes.
Councilman Owensby?
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones?
Yes.
Councilman Thomas?
Yes.
And Councilman Pelicarn.
Yes.
Next is Resolution 2020-35, authorizing contract for purchase of vehicle for use by the Overland Police Department using contracts under the Missouri Cooperative Procurement Program.
Motion to approve.
I have a
Second.
motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a vote, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Little.
Yes.
Councilman Robleski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rodolphe.
Yes.
Councilman Owensby.
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
Councilman Palacorn.
Yes.
Next, I have Resolution 2020-36, authorizing issuance of a liquor license, and this is for Lil's Fireside at 2128 Woodson Road.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion approved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Can I have a roll call vote, please?
Councilman Little.
Yes.
Councilman Robleski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rodolphe.
Yes.
Councilman Owensby.
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
And Councilman Palacorn.
Yes.
Next, I have Resolution 2020-37, authorizing contract with Frederick Roofing Company for the replacement of the roof of the pavilion in Norman Myers Park and the restroom at Brooks Park.
I have a question on that, Your Honor.
Sure.
I really need more specs. I noticed that, and a copy of the proposal would be valuable. Are they going to R&R remove and replace the
Yes.
shingles down the roofs? If there's a bad piece in the wood, are they going to replace the bad piece of
Yes.
wood?
Yes.
Okay, how about the architectural shingles? Are we going to use them to match city halls?
I'd think about that because of some things I've heard about the way they sometimes don't adhere. So you know what, I think what we should do, and I understand maybe from an aesthetics perspective, but I would rather go with the recommendation on the roofing company for our use. That
So if they
seem
say
to work for you?
architectural, we go with
'Cause I
it?
think there's an upcharge for architectural shingles.
Yeah, there is.
There used to be.
Yeah, there is.
Is that all right with you then?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd like to kind of see it, everything match, you know, I think.
Do what?
I would like everything to kind of match, I think would be good.
Oh, well,
So,
okay, we can
yeah.
do that, but I'm not really quite sure, and I don't know this, I'm just gonna throw this out there as a hypothesis. If it's an upcharge, let's say a $5,000 for architectural shingles, I could do without them.
Well, I kind of doubt it at that point too. you know.
Like I said, I don't know.
I'd like to see the difference in spread and the specifications, if that would
Well,
happen.
I think the specs were pretty much put out there, weren't they, Jason, as far as what we
Yes, sir.
could
So
do?
there, what we spec'd was Owings Corning duration shingles, color to be determined by city.
Okay.
I've got one other,
Is there usually those have a year, like a 20-year, 25, 35, some odd, do we
I
know
believe
that?
it was
They're almost all lifetime anymore.
So,
standard manufacturer warranty is 50 years.
that's good.
50-year shingle.
50 years, shingle.
Limited workmanship warranty is 2 years. Standard manufacturer warranty is 50.
I have another question. Did Aspire do a good job on the community center in the past? I got the indication they didn't, and that's why they were kind of brushed aside. Is that true
Aspire's
or
not this one.
Was that?
Aspire is not this.
This
Okay.
is Frederick Roofing.
This is
We
different.
only had one, we
project.
only had one
Did you say it was
person bid
Frederick
on this
Roofing?
project.
Okay.
And at least he had a question.
Was this just normal wear and tear, or did we have damage from a storm, or what happened?
I think
to
it's
these?
just-
I think we may have had some, kids up there, they were pulling some tables, out and then getting up on top and, but we'll know.
Nothing that our insurance
We'll
would
know
cover?
more if, there's hardly you're still gonna pay a deductible. I don't think we got anything to hang our hat on in that.
Okay.
And until we strip the roof, we don't know what kind of
Damage.
damage or how damaged it is.
Okay.
But they're willing to address that,
Okay.
when we do it.
Okay.
I would, from what I've seen, and I've got a little bit of experience on reshingling a few pavilions, the times that I've been up there where it's rained like heck, it's only more like seepage, not just water draining through
Right.
and that.
Okay.
So, we'll, more, does that answer your question,
Yes.
Councilman?
And
Thank you.
Jason, you said it was Frederick Roofing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. All right, all right, so what, that.
Get the vote.
I think we have a J
So do
back.
I have a motion for contract for the roof?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a
Second.
Second?
Second.
All right, can I poll the vote, please?
Get J on lines.
Councilman Little.
Yes.
Councilman Robleski.
Yes.
Councilman Fetch.
You're done here.
I think he's frozen again. Councilwoman Rodolphe.
Yes.
Councilman Owensby.
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
And Councilman Palacorn.
Next, I have Resolution 2020-38, authorizing contract with A. Eilers Construction related to various improvements at Overland City Hall.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Can I have a roll call vote, please?
Councilman Little.
Yes.
Councilman Robleski,
Yes.
Councilwoman Rodolphe,
Yes.
Councilman Owensby.
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
And Councilman Palacorn.
Yes.
Next, I need a
Okay. we can-
motion to postpone.
What?
It says you're going to ask for a motion to postpone on the
Okay.
the ordinance.
I'm going to ask, normally when you table something, it has to come off the table the next meeting. So we're going to need a little bit more time so we can get the rest of the information on the redevelopment down at Overland Plaza.
Right.
So from a procedural perspective, I'm going to ask for a motion to postpone. Postpone does not get rid of it. What happens is when it's finally, we want to put it on the agenda, we pull it off and we can do a vote then. I don't think we've got exactly all the information that we want to make us feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to request a motion to postpone.
Motion to postpone.
Second.
Second.
Question.
Have a roll, did you have
Yeah.
a question?
Postpone until we get a redevelopment plan, or how long are we postponing?
Anticipate September. I
Postpone
thought.
until basically, we're waiting for some more information from the GRUI group. And
Okay.
then once we have that, then what we'll do is we'll pull it back off the table. Otherwise, once again, procedurally, when you table something, it has to come off the table at the next meeting.
Okay.
So that kind of keeps us where it's still there, but we don't have to pull it off. So did that answer your question, Councilwoman?
And
Yes,
Jason,
it
you
did.
anticipate that to be in September, right?
Pardon me?
And Jason anticipates this to be in September, right?
I do at this point.
Okay.
Subject to change.
Who made the motion?
I did.
Councilman
and who
Owensby, and the
seconded
second is Councilman Robleski.
it? Okay, and if we could have the roll call vote, please.
Councilman Little.
Yes.
Councilman Robleski.
Yes.
Councilman Fetch. He's frozen again. Councilwoman Rodolphe.
Yes.
Councilman Owensby.
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
And Councilman Palacorn.
Yes.
I do have a quick question, Jason, if you got a minute. Are we going to have time to ask additional questions about the CID at the next
Yes.
council meeting? Okay, just making sure. Thank you.
Next, I have Bill number 10-2020, first reading by title only. An ordinance by the City Council of the City of Overland, Missouri, amending Chapter 400, the zoning code of the City of Overland, by amending the official zoning map to rezone the property located at 2505 Verona Avenue from C2 to R3.
Do we have a motion for second reading by title only?
Motion for second reading by title only.
Have a second?
Second.
Okay, poll the vote, please. Roll call vote.
Councilman Little.
Yes.
Councilman Robleski.
Yes.
I think Councilman Fetch is frozen again. Councilwoman Rodolphe.
Yes.
Councilman Owensby.
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
And Councilman Palacorn.
Yes.
This is Bill number 10-2020, second reading by title only. An ordinance by the City Council of the City of Overland, Missouri, amending Chapter 400, the zoning code of the City of Overland, by amending the official zoning map to rezone the property located at 2505 Verona Avenue from C2 to R3.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Can I have the roll call vote, please?
Councilman Little.
Yes.
Councilman Robleski.
Yes.
Councilman Fetch. Councilwoman Rodolphe.
Yes.
Councilman Owensby.
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
And Councilman Palacorn.
Yes.
And I believe that becomes 2020-9.
Correct.
Right? Next, I have Bill number 11-2020, first reading by title only, an ordinance of the City of Overland, Missouri, adopting a procedure for considering development plans and tax abatement or exemption pursuant to Chapter 353 of the Revised Statutes of Missouri as amended.
Do I have a motion for a second reading by title only?
And for
I'll make
second
that
by
motion.
title only.
Okay, do I have a second? Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Little.
Yes.
Councilman Robleski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rodolphe.
Yes.
Councilman Owensby.
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
And Councilman Palacorn.
Yes.
This is Bill number 11-2020, second reading by title only. An ordinance of the City of Overland, Missouri, adopting a procedure for considering development plans and tax abatement or exemption pursuant to Chapter 353 of the Revised Statutes of Missouri as amended.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Little.
Yes.
Councilman Robleski.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rodolphe.
Yes.
Councilman Owensby.
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones.
Yes.
Councilman Thomas.
Yes.
And Councilman Palacorn.
Yes.
That becomes ordinance number 2020-10. And that's all I have this evening.
All right, thank you very much, Bob. Any council member have anything for the good of the city? Okay, we don't have any residents' comments. A comment that a couple things I want to do here. First thing, order of business I want to ask for is from the police department. I got to go through the city. I'm going to ask for a promotion. Go ahead, Chief.
Thank you, sir. I am requesting that we promote Officer Cody Graham to corporal to replace the position of the retirement of Corporal John Yost.
Okay, do I have a motion for the promotion?
Motion for promotion.
Second.
All right, I have a motion for the promotion and a second for the promotion. Can I have the roll call vote, please?
Councilman Little?
Yes.
Councilman Robleski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rodolphe?
Yes.
Councilman Owensby?
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones?
Yes.
Councilman Thomas?
Yes.
And Councilman Pelicarn?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
The only other thing that I want to cover tonight, I know council members, especially the newly elected, is going to try to put together an event, which I pretty much had it figured out until they cut the amount of people that we can get together in half. So I'm going to have to put this on a little bit of more of a hiatus because I don't think it would take us very long to get to a number of, I think I could probably end up with like 40 to 50, and, you know, I'd rather do something good than half-baked. So I hope you understand, it frustrates me. I've not had this much, being half Italian, that they can have a party and not be able to pull it off is frustrating.
I
you
get
know?
that.
We feed everybody, all the time. So, once again, we don't want to, we're not going to let it go by completely, and we're going to make sure we have an event that's dubbed, it's not going to be hooked in with something else. It's going to be your event because, you know, you've earned it, and I want you to know I recognize that, and I'm going to make it happen somewhere along the line. So let's hope that we can, you know, in the next few months, get some more of this time behind us with the virus. But right now, everything that we're doing, I think we're doing all the things in the city correctly, and we just have to kind of just hunker down and try to, you know, get a handle on this. Obviously, the next hurdle will be, how does the school year start and how does it ever look? And that's going to be, you know, a challenge for them. So I have nothing else for tonight. Once again, you got something? I'm sorry, Jason.
Real quick. No, I'm sorry. This just came up. So everybody's aware, we did lose a couple of pieces of fascia on the side of the building. We're aware of it. Also, we lost a parking lot light in the community center lot. Steve Niemeyer is on the way up here to cut the power. So we're going to have all the lights off. So Chief, can you have the officers tonight keep an extra eye on the community center and the parking lot, and we'll get it fixed as quickly as we can. But I've been communicating with Scott and Aaron, so just so everybody knows.
And
Thank you.
I'm surely not going to take and kick anybody out of the building with the weather being like it is, but we'll continue with our social distancing. With that, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.
To adjourn?
Second?
Second.
Have a roll call vote, please.
Councilman Little? Councilman Robleski?
Yes.
Councilwoman Rodolphe?
Yes.
Councilman Owensby?
Yes.
Councilwoman Jones?
Yes.
Councilman Thomas?
Yes.
And Councilman Pelicarn?
Yes.
Okay, we are adjourned. Be safe. Once again, you don't have to leave the building if at all you feel like